Thank you very much. Well, first of all, let me thank Mr. Camarillo for the time you gave me in my office. It was very rewarding, and um, we kind of look at it. I don't know of anyone we've had as a witness who is more familiar and had more years' experience in every aspect of the Army. And what would you single out is, because we'll be limited for time, but just one crisis. What is the most serious, among the most serious problems that we have right now in our Army?
Thank you, Senator Inhofe, for that introduction. Certainly, the Army faces a number of challenges, but top of mind for me, if I'm confirmed, is to address the challenge of sexual assault in the Army and the Department of Defense writ large. As we've seen, this continues to be a problem. What the services in the department have attempted to do in response to this challenge clearly hasn't worked as effectively as we would like. And I support what the department has issued in terms of the Independent Review Commission and what the Secretary of the Army, Secretary Wormuth, has stated regarding changes made within the Army, particularly in response to what we saw at Fort Hood, to be able to begin to address this challenge differently. And if I'm confirmed, Senator, I would work with her to first and foremost work on ways to prevent this from happening at our installations and within our units.
Good.
And certainly would partner with this committee as well.
Yeah, very good. And for Mr. Hunter, again, thanks for the time that you spent with me yesterday. I want to bring up my favorite subject, and that's the F-35, the most capable and cost-effective fighter available today. It hasn't been without problems. We watched the Autonomic Logistics Information System as an example, but there's no other aircraft available today that offers the capability of the F-35, and that's what we'll hear from not all the smart guys at the top, but also the men and women who fly them. So do you agree, Mr. Hunter, that with Secretary Kendall, that the best way to decrease the operating costs of the F-35 is to buy more of them?
Senator, the F-35 is an absolutely vital, in my view, an absolutely vital system for the nation. The challenges that we confront with peer competitors, and particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. The cost of sustaining the F-35 has been something that has stressed the services, particularly the Air Force, which has the largest number of aircraft. And if confirmed, it will be a top priority to work on lowering that cost. It is true that there are fixed costs associated with all of the Air Force's platforms, and the more aircraft that you have, it does lower the operating cost per aircraft as you're able to spread the fixed cost over a larger number of assets. I think there are other avenues that we can and should take to lower the sustainment cost for the F-35, and if confirmed, I look forward to working with this committee to that end.
Yeah, and for the record, why don't you give us a lot of information on that? There's not time to do that here, but that is very significant. And I'm saving one for Ms. Jacobson that is kind of unusual because of all of your extensive background and time that you've spent. You haven't had a lot of it in the military privatized housing end. And I think that makes you the perfect person to be doing what you're going to be doing, because we've been saturated with people with all the background and experience. I can remember when that first happened. I was assuming that the privatized housing problem that we had was only in my state of Oklahoma. And then I found out later on that it was, as we had our hearings, we've had 5 hearings so far on this. And we know that this problem is a serious problem all throughout our system. So with coming from a background of not too much of in the military privatized housing end of it, what do you think from the outside looking in? What's your first effort going to be? Because I know you're going to be spending time. You've even said that in your opening statement.
Senator Inhofe, I believe that soldiers and families deserve to live with dignity in safe, affordable, high-quality housing that's free from hazards such as mold and lead paint. I very much appreciate the steps this Congress has taken to be proactive, to address this issue by holding those accountable by holding accountable those who are in charge of privatized housing, particularly the companies who provide that housing. If confirmed, I will make it a top priority to address conditions in housing and barracks, by the way. And I come from an enforcement background. While I don't have a specific background in privatized housing, I spent the majority of my career at the Department of Justice enforcing environmental and other laws. And I'm going to bring that enforcement mentality to oversight of the privatized housing program so that we get it right if I'm confirmed.
And we'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you.